Today, we're using a mod to play as Lily Lovebraids. That's right. All I gotta do is just drag her in from the game files. I click E, and there we go. We are now playing as Lily Lovebraids. Oh yeah, I already feel it. I feel the power. Look at this. You know, as Lily, do we hate Poppy? How does this work? And oh no! Okay, I didn't mean to do this. I'm sorry. Chill. Oh, okay. Prototype, more like proto. Die. Yeah. Oh, jeez. That is too much power. You know, we're playing as Lily. We live in a mansion now. This is the life. Oh, man. I can't wait to see what the rest of her powers are in the full video. Check it out. Playing as Lily Lovebraids.
He's going to kill them all. No, Candy, not Poppy. There is always love.
Look at how crazy detailed he is. His whole, like, his skin looks like it's like fabric. He's just so innocent looking. It's every single baby mod that we summon to meet the prototype. They all just like look up at him like,
hi, what's your name?
All right, well, let's press 9 now to see what that did. So 9, I don't even know what it was supposed to do, but he looks so happy. He picked Lily. I think he's following her. Oh! No, I thought you were just following them. I didn't know you were like beating them up. Lily, are you okay? Lily is not okay. She does not look good. Her legs are broken. Are you breaking people's legs? What are you? Stop me! Stop! Yarnabay, stop! He looks so happy though. He's like, yippee! I'm gonna break your legs.
Got 100K cash in the wall. Fuck your gender, protect them dolls. She up on mine. We phone call. She said, girl, I'm so. She up on mine. We phone call. She said, girl, I'm so.
The fun never ends. Cozy and cuddly, your new best friend, Yarnaby.
Luke, I am your father.
Nuh-uh.
The f you mean, nuh-uh?
Nuh-uh.
Yaha, I am your dad.
Nuh-uh. Not my dad. Nuh-uh.
What does nuh-uh mean? You can't say nuh-uh.
Yaha, you're not my dad.
Yaha.
Nuh-uh.
Yaha.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Yaha.
Nuh-uh.
The fun never ends. Cozy and cuddly, your new best friend, Yarnaby.
We are going to have so much fun. 마마니見えないまま掴みたいとかどうせかなもうないからさ
You said you were going on some spiritual retreat.
Namaste.
And you're supposed to be dead.
I got better? Someone's being a grumpy Gregory, huh?
Bạn có hay biết rằng ngày hè đang đến trên ta Đam mến nhau đâu rồi yêu có thứ tha Giờ đứng đó cho đang lên ta đành nhận do chúng ta Không biết thân phận nhưng phố dám mơ thành hoa
What happens if Lily saves Huggy and Kissy from the prototype? In this mod, after you save Lily from dying, she starts following you through the laboratory halls as your ally. But when the prototype attacks Huggy, Lily suddenly rebels against him. Before I show you, like this video, subscribe, and comment Lily, or she might be under your bed tonight. Using her long braids, she fights back and forces the prototype to retreat into the train tunnels. From that moment on, Lily stays with you until the final boss fight, but even with her help, she's not strong enough to stop him, and the prototype still pierces the player, leading to the same tragic ending as the original game.
Whose face does Lily actually wear? Look closer. Miss Gracie was the orphanage counselor. She smiled, she played games, and she called herself their friend. But the rooms tell a different story. Chairs with straps, toys that gets punished, and children who scream. Fans think she was just following orders, but they're missing the point. Her job wasn't to comfort children, it was to convince them they weren't victims. But if you see Lily running in your bedroom, it's because you haven't liked and subscribed and commented Lily. Anyway, when the hour of joy came, the prototype didn't kill her, he gave her something worse. 122 days watching herself in a mirror until she became Lily.
The prototype might have revived Lily. After Lily falls, everyone believes it's over and that she's gone for good. However, that's not what actually happened. The prototype finds her broken body and takes her back to his lab instead of leaving her behind. Once there, he ties her down and begins trying to fix her. Her body is badly damaged, even missing a leg, so he replaces it using parts from another toy. Then he injects her with poppy gel, trying to bring her back to life, but it still isn't enough. There was one final step, and before I reveal it, like and subscribe and comment fix, or the prototype might fix you next. The prototype places a helmet on her head and sends a powerful electric shock through her body and actually brought her back to life.
Who is the boy Playtime Company never released? Behind Lily poster in Chapter 4, you will find a hidden door. Inside, there's a cardboard cutout of a boy named Rory Red Cape with a cookie shield and stretching red cape. Also, a commercial for a toy that was never released. Fans think he was scrapped, but they're missing the point. Playtime Company didn't cancel Rory. They erased him because he saw what happened to her. But if you see Rory in your room, it's because you forgot to like and subscribe and comment Rory. Anyway, when you find him, he doesn't attack. He just walks up to you and says this word.
She wasn't a monster to me.
Then he pushes you into the same hole where Lily fell.
How many toys are killed in every Poppy Playtime chapter? In Chapter 1, there are no confirmed kills, with Huggy Wuggy surviving his fall, while Cat Bee and Boogie Bot are only found broken, suggesting damage rather than deaths. But in Chapter 2, 3 toys are destroyed, as Bunzo Bunny and the Mini Huggies are killed off-screen by Mommy Longlegs, before she herself is dragged into the grinder and completely crushed. Then in Chapter 3, around 11 toys are killed, as Catnap wipes out several smiling critters off screen. Dog Day is eaten alive, Miss Delight gets crushed, and the prototype destroys Catnap after our fight. Chapter 4, countless are destroyed, as Yarnaby, Simon Smoke, and Doughy are all killed, before the prototype blows up the safe haven, killing all the toys inside, which leads to us killing Doughy as well. And in Chapter 5, since the prototype kills Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy with Lily Lovebraids falling off the platform, only 3 are killed.
Shelf ventilation block B6. Is this where you are, Poppy?
What?
Stay where you are.
And listen closely. You're not going to run. You're not going to fight. The charade is over.
Who is this?
An obvious question with an obvious answer.
You. What did you do with Ollie?
I'm right here, Poppy. For you. I'll always be here.
The doctor, Catnap, Mommy and Huggy, they're all dead. You have nothing now. No one. And soon, you'll have less than that.
Stop that.
You don't need to pretend anymore.
Poppy. You don't need to play at being stronger than you are. You can come home.
How much do you know?
Everything.
This isn't right. All those years. Was there ever an Ollie?
Yes, there was.
But that was a very long time ago. Let me tell you what comes next.
I'm going to
Come up there.
and I'm going to
Find you. Your collaborators. The few you have left, they will be dealt with.
What are you going to do with me?
I've got something special in mind.
I prepared it just for you.
And this one, you will never want to leave.
next. It's nearly time for the show. So come on with the 3, 2, 1, let's go. So come on and take a chair. If not, you'll get a squeeze. I'll make you ways wrapped with my long purple hair. We've got a table to lay. Our guests on the way. Pick up the pace. No, there's no time to delay. No, there's no time to delay. 410 days they kept me locked away. The isolation took its toll and made me go insane. I know at times I rage, but I love playing games. This Lily, Billy, silly Tilly wants the table laid. Yeah, I got mental erasement and viral displacement. I even like the red gas. So in the toy box you go, yeah, kissy poppy, they know that I will have the last laugh. It's nearly time for the show. So come on with a 3, 2, 1, let's go. So come to Sweet Street, we'll have a big feast. I've got some crumpets warming up another nice treat. I've set the table with candy, so don't dilly-dally and never make me angry. It's nearly time for the show. So come on with the 3, 2, 1, let's go. So come on and take a chair. If not, you'll get a squeeze. I'll make you ways wrapped with my long purple hair. We've got a table to lay. Our guests on the way. Pick up the pace. No, there's no time to delay. No, there's no time to delay. Don't be a slow sleephead or you'll end up dead. Tries his work, but in his family, cracks would show. But Daddy couldn't stop, and he was dealt a damning blow. His little daughter passed away, but in his grief he had a plan. He put me in a doll, the most successful in the land. He built the make-a-friend machine, his visions would expand. He wanted gifted kids to help assist and take his hand. Harley Sawyer was a child with such potential in his mind. Warren Bar Construction built the orphanage in time. Toys were made in masses, Huggy Wuggy was the prime. And in the 80s, late to go, but when poor Elliot, he died. They found little Poppy and he found the notes as well. He tried reviving Rex by using father's poppy gel. They'd had grand ambitions, but the critter campaign fell. The factory was in trouble, so we turned to Sawyer's help. So welcome to the factory, a story I will tell. A place of good intentions ended up a place of hell. Experiments and torture, secrets locked up in a cell. But with a little luck, we're gonna break the wicked spell. So come with Popeye, I'll tell a story. A place where all the toys, they come to life. Some toys will hug you, some toys are naughty. But follow me and maybe you'll survive. So come with Poppy, I'll tell a story. A place where all the toys, they come to life. Some toys will hug you, some toys are naughty. But follow me and maybe you'll survive. The ghouls, they built the prototype, perhaps from father's flesh. They needed more experiments, the orphans, they were next. No family or friends, so no one knew when they were dead. The little toys, they died, so Sawyer made them big instead. The factory expanded and the children put to test. The station was designed to choose which child performed the best. Toys were built and built, the factory workers couldn't rest. Each assigned a role while Sawyer chose which child was next. Humans were replaced and soon the toys, they ran the show. Catnap
that made the children fall asleep at home sweet home. He prayed into the prototype while Ollie used the phone, and finally found a friend and didn't feel so all alone. The last remaining humans got suspicious of the scheme. Huggy had escaped and made the poor employee scream. Playtime started chores and Jackie fell into the dough. Combined with other children, Joey made his presence known. So welcome to the factory, a story I will tell. A place of good intentions ended up a place of hell. Experiments and torture, secrets locked up in a cell. But with a little luck, we're gonna break the wicked spell. So come with Poppy, I'll tell a story. A place where all the toys that come to life. Some toys will hug you, some toys are naughty. But follow me and maybe you'll survive. So come with Poppy, I'll tell a story. A place where all the toys, they come to life. Some toys for hug you, some toys are naughty. But follow me and maybe you'll survive.
Red. prototype had a chance to escape, but instead, it chose to save Theodore. It carried him all the way to Thomas Clark's office for medical help. The prototype gave up its own freedom just to save him. After this, Theodore survived. He recovered in the hospital and returned to play care a few days later, but everything had already changed because after this incident, Theodore was selected. He was chosen to become something else. On November 7, 1990, Theodore Gramble was transformed into Catnap. Now, let's talk about someone very different. Bron. Unlike most experiments, Bron wasn't an orphan. He was an adult. His real name was Thomas Clark, a 59-year-old employee at Playtime Company, and he was dying. He had terminal cancer and chose to become an experiment to survive. But what happened next was far from survival. After being turned into Bron, Thomas became severely disoriented. He didn't understand where he was or what had happened to him. And when he was introduced to the other experiments, they immediately noticed something. He wasn't like them. He wasn't an orphan. He wasn't forced. And because of that, they turned on him. They attacked him brutally. The situation got so bad that the research team had to step in to stop them from killing him. It took 12 hours of surgery just to stabilize him. After that, they locked him into isolation just to keep him safe. But even that wasn't enough, because during the hour of joy, Bron was eventually torn apart by the other toys. Now let's move to one of the most iconic characters, Mommy Longlegs. Before becoming Mommy, she was an orphan named Marie Payne, and her story is one of the most tragic. Marie suffered from severe trauma. She had constant violent nightmares. According to reports, her counselor believed these nightmares were caused by bullying from other kids, but things only got worse. At some point, Marie was exposed to Catnap's red smoke, and that completely broke her. She started hallucinating, seeing terrifying monsters that weren't there. She became extremely paranoid, constantly afraid, unable to trust anything around her. And shortly after that, she was selected. Marie Payne was turned into Mommy Longlegs, and now we have one of the most disturbing experiments in the entire series, Doughy the Doughman. Because unlike the others, Doughy wasn't just one human. He was three different kids fused into a single body, and each one had their own story. Let's start with Kevin Barnes. Kevin was an orphan, but he wasn't like the others. He was extremely intelligent, top test scores, sharp thinking, fast learning, but at the same time, he had serious anger issues. He was aggressive, unstable, and instead of seeing this as a problem, the scientists saw it as potential. They believed his instability made him a perfect test subject. So Kevin Barnes was selected to become one part of Doughy the Doughman. And this part is important because later in the story, after the Safe Haven incident, it's Kevin who takes control. The anger, the violence, that all comes from him. Now let's talk about the second child, Matthew Haller. Matthew was completely different. He was kind, mature, responsible, the type of kid who helped others. He would stop fights, protect younger children, almost like a leader inside Playcare. But even someone like Matthew wasn't perfect. Deep inside, he struggled with insecurities. He always felt like he wasn't enough, like no matter what he did, it wasn't good enough. Despite this, he was still chosen. Matthew became the second part of Doughy, and in many ways, he became the main personality, the calm voice, the leader, the one trying to hold everything together. But after the tragedies, especially after Safe Haven was destroyed, Matthew completely breaks. He blames himself. He believes everything that happened was his fault. His insecurities take over. He starts believing he failed everyone, that he was never enough. And now, the third child, Jack Ayers. His story is one of the most shocking. Jack wasn't even an orphan at first. He was just a normal kid who got a Doughy the Doughman toy for Christmas in 1992. Along with that, he received something else, a factory tour invitation. In January 1993, Jack visited Playtime Company, but during that visit, everything went wrong. He accidentally fell into a massive vat of dough and died. And instead of reporting it, instead of stopping, the company used him. After his death, Jack Ayers was taken and fused together with Kevin and Matthew. 3 children combined into one experiment, Doughy the Doughman. And now, before the video ends, there are still a few more characters whose human identities are officially confirmed.
How long does the players spend in the factory in Poppy Playtime. We take around 30 minutes to complete Chapter 1. Then I would say it takes around 2 hours for the player to escape the game station. The player is then unconscious for around 10 minutes, then another 2 hours and 30 minutes for trying to escape the playcare. Chapter 4 I'd say we spend 3 hours in, then finally for Chapter 5 I would say it's another 3 hours. So if we do the math, we've been in the factory for 11 hours and 10 minutes.
Good, you are here. Our old friend shall arrive soon. Soya, I am coming for you. Insides will make a fine addition to my collection. Stay here. After all this time, he's still loyal as ever. I see the situation has changed. I was expecting something more exciting.
Let me go. You are one of us.
Go. I can't hold him for long.
I don't get her like I'm down, I knock 'em down in pairs. On the couch, in the bed, kitchen counter, upstairs. Wherever you want it, baby, I'm taking you there. And when you walk in them hills, beyond sex appeal, beyond any type of feeling you get from taking a pill.
We're going to have so much fun!
Our special guest is going to be thrilled. He's going to kill them all. No, Candy, not Poppy. She's always been his favorite. I think she's a little asking Annie. She is a little asking Annie. Oh, please take me out of my case. Oh, please rescue the orphans. Oh, please blow up the whole factory and burn everyone alive. Our special guest is here.
I did.
When I had to.
There.
A better place now.
You're a monster!
I built us a home and kept us safe. And you repaid me by
Bringing in an outsider.
plotting to
Destroy
the only heaven you
Or I
will ever get. I had hoped your time in the case would help you see.
reason.
I see now. This was my fault. You act
Like a child, because
a child.
is what they made you.
You're hurting me!
Don't be afraid.
I can fix you.
Poppy?
I
Can make
You
better.
the outsider.
Butcher.
They call you.
Shall we see what you look like?
Wrong side out.
Don't
Touch.
I mean, that's where this train is headed, right? I'm not some kind of hero, but I can help you. Look, I told you I'm not a hero. Is she okay, Poppy? I couldn't. He took her. Guess he is. I don't know. I don't. Look,
oh my God!
Told you I wasn't a hero.
The fun never ends. Cozy and cuddly, your new best friend, Yarnaby.
The toys in Poppy Playtime were never meant to eat like normal living things, and the truth behind how they actually survive is far more disturbing than you'd ever guess. From an experiment who may be eating parts of her own body to stay alive, to a beast who literally gets stronger every time he eats, these monsters are hiding some seriously dark secrets. So let's start with Chum Chumpkins, whose way of eating is worth paying attention to right away. His mouth isn't actually a part of his head, it's around his chest area, which is pretty disturbing when you think about it. This means that rather than food having to travel down a long esophagus, anything Chum eats goes straight to his stomach area almost instantly. But there's a big problem here. Mouths are supposed to break down food by working on carbohydrates and fats, making it easier to swallow. But we know from a cassette tape that Chum's real job was to put children in his mouth to calm them down, and we actually go through this ourselves in the newest chapter. This tells us that Chum's mouth probably doesn't have the right chemicals and enzymes to break down what he eats. So how can he even swallow anything at all? Well, the answer might come from the lore of the game itself. We know that the Bigger Body experiments were built specifically with their job roles in mind. For example, Huggy Wuggy has sharp teeth because of his role as a security guard, which in Playtime Company fashion meant he'd have to maul people alive. But like we just talked about, Chum was basically made to be a safe space for the orphans, yet he also has the same kind of sharp teeth as Huggy. That doesn't seem to make sense at first, but when you look at it from a different angle, everything clicks. Chum was given those sharp teeth to make up for the lack of chemicals in his mouth. Instead of having food broken down naturally with enzymes, he has to bite down on whatever he's eating way more times than any other living thing just to swallow it. This is definitely what the evidence points to, since every bigger body does have to eat to survive. Chum is obviously no exception to that. But what Giblet has going on might be even stranger, because there are clues suggesting his anatomy is very unique compared to most other experiments. We know that Giblet was originally created by the scientists while the factory was still running, since his experiment number was revealed to be 1202 in a teaser video. The last known experiment before the Hour of Joy was 1424. But it seems like in the years that followed, the prototype turned Giblet wrong side out.
What did he do to you?
Don't worry about me. We saw in the Chapter 5 intro tape that being put through this procedure is anything but pleasant, so it's safe to say that Giblet's anatomy is very different from how it once was. Now, unfortunately, there's very little documentation in the game to help us figure this out, but there are some logical conclusions we can make.
You know, you just need to relax and stop overreacting.
Murdered this man.
Yes.
You tortured him.
Of course.
Shut up! This was supposed to save them, not trade 1 for 2. No, that's it. I'm stopping it.
Interruption detected. Transfusion halted.
Chum! Oh no, what do I do? I can't just sit here and watch you drain out. I won't!
Outcomes now uncertain.
No, that's it. I'm stopping it. Come on, big guy. That's enough. You've done enough. Get these out of him. Out! Kissy? Kissy! You're alive! It worked! It actually worked! But, Chum... Chum gave everything he had. We have to try to bring him back. I'll try a shock. If there's anything left in his heart, maybe we can kick it back on. Please, don't make his sacrifice the last thing he ever does.
You told me to be quiet, and yet you still followed my instructions. They're breathing because you listened to me. He isn't because you didn't.
Nói ai bằng em, buông dăm bao câu yêu thương bao anh xin chết. Ngắm em mà xem, đôi chân tuần que ta đâu ai chủ nguyện. Ngắm anh cầm em sao cơn say nên lâu nay không ai biết. Hàng đống quà tặng em cho từng đêm đặc biệt. Em chỉ cần